So, the night after you first started playing this game, you had a tweet thread about how it was unfair that runs were upwards of 6 hours long and that you couldn't save at an interim point, at least to be able to continue from there. But now you haven't been able to survive the single zone, which probably doesn't even take, what, 30 minutes or more?
Yeah, have my impressions changed? I think all of the things that I said in my like kind of tweet thing, I think they're still very valid.
It's valid for the first half of the game, maybe.
Yeah.
But now there's a different complaint, I suppose.
The interesting thing is, I still think this game is relatively well made and a lot of fun. I think the biggest issues just boil down to balance the issues. Oh, it's just one of these. I don't even have the money for it, even if I wanted to. But it's one of those games that I think it is very staunchly and almost aggressively interested in being hard. I think, honestly, to its detriment. And that, yeah, now that I've gotten here, everything that I felt like was kind of wrong with Returnal has been amplified. I think that's true of most games that are difficult. It's that oftentimes the difficulty isn't even necessarily the issue. It's that the harder a game is, the more it makes...
Well, and the other unfortunate thing is that many of the enemies that you're facing are the same ones that you faced in the first half of the game, and this biome is even just a reskin of the first forest biome.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like you've seen and fought and done everything before, it's just...
Oh, well, this is fun.
Not functioning?
Yeah, game broke.
The game broke?
I can't interact with anything. Doors won't open for me.
The doors won't open?
Yeah, I think I'm still marked as stuck inside the
machine.
Activating. Yeah, because none of the doors will open.
Okay, then. Well, what happened?
I was aiming, and then I did this. It's one of
It's a zoom in.
Yeah, aiming modes. That did it. Nope. Well, that's fun.
Well, looks like you have to restart.
Yep. Anyway, so like I was saying, the harder a game is, the more punishing it is, the more it highlights just how frustrating some of these things can be. Oh, this is kind of nice. Wish I did this more often.
Actually, I don't recall you ever being able to really explore much of this area.
Because there's almost never anything in here. I think it's you lose a bunch and it starts giving you some perks as kind of an adaptive difficulty thing, which, you know, makes a lot of sense.
Wait, you have to have 5 ether to unlock whatever was in there?
Yeah.
It's sending out the wave.
Okay. But so for this game, the lack of saving is definitely exacerbated heavily by the fact that, yeah, this game is hard and forces you to be there for a while. Like, even though Act 2 is now kind of the standalone thing, which is actually kind of nice.
Well,
it's still going to be like 3-4 hours long.
And that's the concern, too, is that you've been struggling so much just to get through this zone.
Yeah, how much harder are the other zones going to be? And so part of me actually kind of wishes that, like...
I'm just terrified of a situation in which you finally are able to spend the time to adequately master enough of this zone to progress, but then the second zone kills you, and then you're going to have difficulties getting through this one.
I mean, it's one of those that, like, as soon as I figure out the trick and can master all of the fights in this zone, it will make...
At the same time, because of the random nature of these generated zones, it's one of those things where you can still be caught in a situation where RNG has been unfavorable to you.
Correct. There will absolutely be moments where...
Because I'm pretty sure in a deck builder game,
Yes.
you have found that...
Oh, there are absolutely moments where there is just no chance, and I lose.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare, but it happens. It's actually way more of a problem in action roguelikes, where you will just get absolutely bodied by a room that is just, like, extra hard for some reason, or balanced weirdly, or has an issue. Let's see. What are you? Wound Seekers. That's fine. Let's see. But no, I don't know. I don't think this game will ever be unbeatable. I think it would have... I guess I'm too decent at these games for that to actually be an issue.
Then do you think that the last night and the last several runs was just from exhaustion? Or...
Kind of. Part of it is...
And that was all just...
Oh, that's fun.
What?
Those red rings are not blocked by environments. They just pass right through. And
so there was an invisible one.
And so, yeah,
that...
it just hit me through the pillar. But, you know, how was I supposed to know it was there? I straight up couldn't see it.
And you see, that's the thing. If all it takes is that to...
End a run?
Mm-hmm. How can you prepare for something like that?
Ow. The answer is not easily.
Be very aware of where...
Yeah, be
all
very
of the
aware,
rings...
be very used to patterns, know exactly what you're doing.
It's just very possible that between the rings and these creatures...
That I'm just going to die? Yeah. I have a lot of complaints, and there's a lot of ways that they could have fixed this to make it infinitely less shitty. For starters, a starting weapon. This pistol doesn't count. It doesn't have any of the cool perks. And we've even seen it happen where it dumps me into a room with, like, the hardest monster.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, hey, you know that pea shooter that you start with? Well, good luck. And I'm just kind of sitting there being like, really? And it's like, I feel like it's one of those games that will always be worse.
I just hope this isn't the Thrasher guy. Oh, I've never seen this laser room. It's a different shape entirely.
Is there anything else in here? Or is it just that key? It was just that key. It's a neat room.
I mean,
like, I like so many of these aspects. It's just a matter of, like...
You have a key.
Oh, no.
Which is nice.
I mean... I know.
Though, I don't know if we ever run into a door that you can use them with.
Not yet.
Fabricated item.
Lose money when suffering damage. Shield up now, because I'm gonna die otherwise. But no, it feels like it's one of those games that I think lost sight of what is fun in favor of making it hard. And you can already tell warped bouncy ball. It's actually kind of nice. You can actually tell based on like people's reactions to this game online. Like I've seen people fighting with each other online.
Fighting? In what manner?
Just yelling, saying shitty stuff. You know, it's not like actual like.
But under what context? Not in our comment section.
Not in our comment section, but like I was just watching, two people yelling at each other in like a back and forth on Twitter.
Then again, Twitter, that is what it's
Yeah,
all about.
That is kind of what Twitter is all about, but I don't generally see games this divisive.
I know that a sticking point for a number of our viewers has been the price point, especially those in other countries with currencies that are valued less than the American dollar.
Yeah. I don't really know how to feel about that one.
I know, and that's an issue with
I feel like that's an issue
everything.
with the world.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, that's something we need to take up with...
Spoiled resin.
That's something we need to take up with
And that's the thing.
how the world works.
We've
as
already
opposed
had
to-
discussions about how the price of games should have actually increased.
considerably over
Yep.
the last couple of years.
But aside from that, I suppose there is the concern that is this going to be too difficult to be fun? And also, a number of people didn't even have a PlayStation 5.
Yeah. And
So-
so I think so much of this becomes less of an issue. I mean, it's a small issue for me. If it turns out that I can't beat this game without hating it, then I just stop playing it, I move away, and say that was kind of a waste of $80 and I don't buy anything from House Mark again. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a fine reaction. I think this is why returning games should be more acceptable. And I think if I could have returned this game, I would have felt more cheated. If
I
it
thought
was
that
like
games could only be returned on Steam at least within
yeah,
the first
generally
hour
only
of
on
play.
Steam. PlayStation and Nintendo aren't as limited because they're Japanese companies.
What do you mean by aren't as limited? What's their return policy? Because you don't want someone to play the entirety of your game and then say, or near the entirety of your game.
Yeah. And so for Steam, it's usually about 2 hours. But imagine this game. You finally. Ooh, yeah, let's grab that. You finally managed to beat
The halfway point.
that, like, get to the halfway point, and then the game becomes harder. You know, you've been tearing your hair out this entire time to even have a chance. By the way, I still haven't found a new weapon yet. I'm really grumpy about that.
Mm-hmm. And you're still very low health.
Yep.
Oh, there is something sending out those red waves.
Yeah, less worried about that. There we go. Back up to full
Oh, yeah, it's
health.
this guy.
I.
Thank goodness that brought you back to full health, or else that would have been the end of the run.
Yep. Let's see. But I definitely would be really pissed off if I got to the halfway point, got to this relatively hefty difficulty spike, and then found out that, like, yeah, no, this went from possible but hard to I'm never going to beat this. And I don't really know how to feel about it. I guess this is part of the reason why being able to sell games at, like, GameStop was kind of nice.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about how if someone has a physical copy of a game, if they dislike it or can't finish it, they could always recoup at least a little bit of the cost by selling it off to someone else or even gifting it. You
Yeah.
know, they could just give it as a gift to someone and at least it would get passed along.
Yeah, because I kind of wish I could do that. You know, I've got a couple of friends that might like this more than me. And if I could just permanently give it to them and just be like, here you go, I can't do this. And I don't think
it's
I'm
interesting
going
with
to
digital
be...
codes because I almost feel that, you know how there are some games that they are no longer supported on a platform anymore, they get shuffled off or transferred elsewhere, and
Oh, just
Did you-
smelling the pizza, so it's got to be...
it's got to be soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering, you've at this point bought a couple of games several times.
Correct. Yeah, that there have been a number of games that I've picked up over the years that it's just like, yep, now time to buy that on PC again. I don't do that often.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually not worth it to me. I will do it for older games. That's the easy, notable exception that I'll go.
Games that you perhaps had on a system that you no longer have with you.
Or Or just an older console that, you know,
You never had.
Or maybe the controllers are getting old and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, that's malignant resin. I really need a new weapon game. Don't keep shafting me like this. I mean, like, I'm fine. I'm doing okay.
I suppose the one benefit of digital is that I've noticed that with a number of at least PlayStation games is that once they've gone digital, you have been able to consistently port them or buy them from the store.
No, there's a lot that I really like about the digital medium.
I almost wish it was... Remember back in the day when people were starting to get Blu-rays and DVDs that had that little slip inside them for ultraviolet? Unfortunately, that company just folded. And I suppose people could... They may have had a partnership with Google Play or something. But then Google Play's gone, so what?
Well, Google Play is still kind of there, just not
or
Play Music.
Play Music, you're right.
Play Music is donezo.
Right. So, and that's the problem with digital media. What's to prevent that from going poof?
Yeah, and there is none. It's very much a social contract with these companies that says if you abandon this platform without giving your fan base, your customer base, your market some kind of out, then you're effectively persona non grata.
Well, another thing I'm wondering, what if, say, a publisher really dislikes a company and they'd been doing business with them for a while? Could they rescind copies and prevent online access? Because aren't some of these games accessed via the online platform portal? So what if that's rescinded?
So historically, what happens is Steam shuts down the storefront, but it does not. Let's just get one of these.
So you say they disable the listing, but you still have access
Correct.
so long as you have it in your library?
For example, I own the Little Witch Academia game, but you cannot purchase that anywhere anymore. Same thing with the Transformers games. Or I've got another game called Alpha Protocol that, yeah, you can't purchase that one either. Okay. I might actually have a shot at this one.
I'm not seeing the big guy.
Yeah, me either. And I got a really good gun. Which, honestly, it still annoys me a little bit that this really good gun is a DLC item.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, it absolutely validates me getting the Digital Deluxe Edition, but an amount to me is just like, holy shit, yeah, imagine if you didn't get the Digital Deluxe. You'd be out of luck. I don't know. Anyway, this might actually go somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, button.
It's always in the same spot. You just have to find it the first time.
Mm-hmm. Just wondering when the pizza's going to arrive. And by arrive, I mean...
Waves level 2. Oh, shoot. That's super good.
Oh, so you want to keep your Hollow Seeker so that you can unlock waves too?
Yeah, I mean, especially because I don't like this Bitmob blaster. But yeah, so we're actually starting to level this up. And so I think to some degree, what I'm doing now is actually just paying...
Grinding up the weapons.
Yeah, so I'm effectively paying the progression tax that I should have stayed in Act 1 longer, as far as the game is concerned. Because...
But you won that one battle by having the...
Well, because I'm decent at the game, I effectively just got to this section maybe a little too early. Okay. So more damage to low health targets, extra protection, spaceship model, positive effect on dash. Okay, we'll have to come back later when I have more money.
What's a positive effect on dash? A buff?
We had one earlier that I shoot out a Nova explosion on dash.
And that must be the ship from the Vision. Uh-oh, that's the big guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're locked in. Well, good luck.
I mean...
There he is.
Okay, not quite as bad as it could be.
Watch out under your feet. There were some of those.
So here's the thing.
Watch out.
Yeah.
You also have more waves.
Well, that sucks. What? Oh!
Oh, you were stuck in a plant.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to use more of the world to your advantage? There are plenty of
Yeah, I was
levels.
just stuck there.
Now, what item did you have? Did you have the spaceman? Or what?
No, I had a heal.
You had a heal? Thank goodness. Now, those waves are going at a diagonal, but it looks
Yeah.
like they'll go into the earth first if you're in the right spot. Too bad there isn't a crouch button.
I
It's
absolutely
that
despise this
slap.
guy in this mode. Like, he was tough previously.
Watch out. Oh, he's shielded.
That's fun. But now he's just like absolute turdsley. There goes all my heals.
Hey, but you survived.
It's true. I just really liked having healing items on hand. It's okay. But yeah, that wasn't even the hyper-corrupted version. Yeah, I should have been moving around. I shouldn't have engaged him over here. And getting stuck behind... I was stuck behind this tree right here trying to dodge and it wasn't letting me. I don't know. I feel like the dodge should just kind of warp you through that stuff. I think the pizza's done, by the way. We should go check it. Let's see. I'm gonna pop this open. And, I mean, it's got good stuff. But later. Okay. So now that
He burned the pizza.
Yeah, I burned the pizza.
I knew it.
I
knew it.
I should have known it. I should have stopped, but I was just like, oh, but Returnal. It's so weird. Uh-oh.
I mean, it was still edible, but it was burned
Yeah.
on the edges.
I got a nice crunch out of it. Oh.
We haven't seen this before. No! Why did you do that?
I was trying to get the last of the loot. Yeah, we haven't seen this before. It's a,
It just drops
Yeah.
all that stuff down.
Well, that's shitty. Understandable, but shitty. Oh. There we go. Ooh.
Malignant key. You already have a normal key, don't you?
I already have one. There we go. It's nice and punchy.
Watch out.
Ah. Oh, come on.
Yeah, you always have to watch where you backstrafe.
It's so easy to just accidentally fall off. I like games where you kind of have to push it for... Oh. You have to kind of push it for a bit. Before you actually fall off. As kind of like a... Are you sure you want to go off the edge? And this one, you just kind of motor off, and it's just like... I mean, it makes sense. It's just like... For a game that is this tough and punishing, it just feels kind of
At least
snitty.
it doesn't kill you.
No,
Because
you're
they
right.
could have decided that falling meant instant death, therefore...
Yeah. I mean, I hate it when games do that, where it's just like you die, and it's like,
Oh, a data cube. Also a dead version of you. Actually, how many dead versions of you? 2?
2, looks like.
Ooh.
Ether, ether.
I wish the ether was a different color than purple.
Yeah, instead of purple. Or if the malignant ones.
Because having all healing items be green, yeah, I understand that. Having all this mechanical stuff be red, yeah, I understand that. Some of those pickups, what are they? Usually orange.
Yeah, consumables are orange.
And then there are those things that are blue for, what was it, shielding? Or was that for whatever those points were? Speaking of, there is a blue thing over on the left.
Let's see. Oh, one of the proficiency things?
It was back the other direction.
There we go.
Oh, there's something green underneath.
Yeah. That's healing, though.
Yeah, so if you go up and across, and then to the left, I thought there was something up there.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
No, something was definitely glowing. Look over there. Yeah, right there. In the middle of that clearing. There's blue.
That's a teleporter.
Oh, it's a teleporter? Okay.
Okay. Kind of wildly unrelated. Battle room.
Yep.
Oh, well, here we go.
It's the big guy, isn't it?
Not only is it the big guy,
He's
this
the
is
mega big guy. Well, the good thing is you have that thing in the middle that you can pull to. And there are the steps.
Good timing.
Yeah, having that hook shot spot in the middle is
Yep.
really good. Watch out! It was in the ground.
That's
The second beam.
shitty.
Yeah, the beam shouldn't be able to travel through the earth.
Oh, this is not a good spot.
Oh no. Do you have any heals?
Nope.
There's that heal, potentially.
Don't think this is a heal.
It's a little heal.
That's not enough to save me.
I mean, it's almost dead.
Yeah, so it is. There it goes.
Thank goodness.
Whew,
Well, you
first
did
time
it.
I've killed that one. Get a little bit of proficiency. Yeah, do I want to go?
I mean, you're at 44% for... Wait. Oh, you're at the carbine armor piercing.
Yeah.
And there's charge shot. Ooh, is this new?
Somewhat. Another glyph.
That's good. Wait, that looks new.
Oh, this is
A red
probably
key?
to get us
Echoing key.
one of the 2 keys to unlock the echoing vault. So, I mean, that's progress right there, kind of.
Oh, there's a door there. A
Yeah,
door
we got
there.
a couple of doors to check out. There we go.
Was that
including a
everything
couple
in this room?
bonus rooms. What was that?
Was that everything in that room?
Yeah. At least to my knowledge. let's go back for a second, because there are a couple of side rooms I can go into. Because there's the one at the top of this that I didn't get. Well, we've now officially beaten the big bad once.
You still haven't faced the large tentacle creature.
Mm-mm.
Because there was the large one.
Oh, more ether. That's good.
I think it
It
would fire
oh,
the,
you're
the
right.
quad laser beams.
Yeah, that would always kill me because I dodged sideways and just dodged straight through it because it was kind of in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't found that sucker again. I think I've killed that once. Maybe.
I don't know. Well, you know what this is.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure that's a cursed chest. You
Yep.
know what? I'll do it anyway.
Moderate. Collect parasites.
Let's see.
Hostiles counter on hit?
Yeah, they shoot back at me.
Aw. When are you gonna find parasites? Also, yeah, you somehow
That's rude.
don't have the means to get through there. I think you need to pick up the hand.
We need the upgraded sword.
Why did you...
I mistimed it. Oh.
If you have a boost, maybe you can avoid taking damage there.
Yeah, I guess if you just dodge really quickly.
Oh wait, did you get that glyph?
No, I didn't. Okay. It's all for those rooms. The door's over here. Is this it? Is this? No, this is... I'm going the wrong way. This is a dead end.
There's some kind of healing over there. Don't know what it is though.
The other thing I wanted to do.
Oh, a chest. Normal chest.
I'm trying to level up my level 2 traits.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That's...
Well, looks like you got that one without issue.
I took a chance. Was it worth it? I don't know. I guess in that case, yes. Is it normally worth it? Oh, probably not. Man, I really didn't check this place out very well. Okay.
I thought there were still a couple more doors. Not to mention the red one, but that would
Well,
most definitely be a challenge
yeah.
chamber.
But the doors that we're specifically looking for, I want to get back to the shop. Which was this way? No? Dang. Wait, what? Oh, no. It is this way. Okay. Because we want to get back here. I do also have some money. Let's...
This
oops.
shop area.
Yeah, let's do this. Not that it really helps me against getting one-shot by big and beefy.
I mean, is there a spaceman figurine?
There is. I just was hoping I could take that with me into the boss fight, as opposed to...
Oh. Okay, it's the stationary one.
There we go. What? Oh, right. Counterattacks.
Counterattacks.
I forgot.
You need to find parasites.
Actually, what I gotta find is some cursed chests.
Why is that?
Because I have the ability to get rid of, some errors.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an item for it?
Yeah. I was just hoping
There
to...
was also a cursed key you could grab.
Oh, you're right. We'll have to go find that, though.
It's at the center of some kind of chamber.
Okay, what are you? Warps you to an unknown location.
That hasn't really been...
Yeah,
for us.
historically, that has been nothing but a mistake. Oh, hey!
Hey, it's chest room.
Okay.
Phasing rounds. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Critical stagger. And full auto barrage. I like the Hollow Seeker too much.
They respawn?
Yep.
Those counterattacks.
They're kind of mean, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I guess I'm just gonna get rid of that. Because that's gonna outright kill me.
So you weren't even going to try to get more of the malignant items
I was kind of
first?
hoping. I was kind of hoping to, but I'll live. Okay.
Oh, you need a key for it?
Yep. Oh. Artifact is 10% weapon damage while you have a malfunction. Well,
Oh.
I mean, some malfunctions aren't actually that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just that last one was...
The last one would have been difficult to deal with, especially
Yeah.
because...
This gun fires way too much.
Mm-hmm. Well, you also struggle enough as it is to avoid attacks. It would not be good if you had to face more.
Ugh.
All the ether you'd need.
Yeah, it's 6 to get an extra life, but the extra life is only for this exact stage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I don't know, that's a steep price. Another one of these. I'll wait until I'm a little injured. It's nice to have 2 of those, though.
A lot of turrets.
Yeah. Dang it. Okay.
There's a creature behind you as well.
I know. I do not like these red rings of death.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, they will just pass through the environment. And go forever.
Watch out. Turret. Turrets. And more of those jellyfish creatures.
There we go. Yeah, the turrets are really durable. Except for against sword. Okay. So what else do I got around here?
There were some green items.
Other ether? Yeah, maybe the reconstitution chamber isn't the worst idea. Let's see, is this...
Small.
It's a Sylphum. I'm gonna stay away from that for a bit.
Very high.
And it's like, I could get a 10% damage bonus, but if it's a bad malignancy, I'm donked. Yeah, let's just go back to this.
It looks like you have one parasite at the very
Yeah, I
least.
do. Sup? Wrong way. So, I think the one problem I am running into with this zone,
Yeah.
it's not fun to look at.
I mentioned that earlier, that with all of the slick rain and the kind of dull green, which isn't even nice to look at, and how everything is just muddy and very swamp-like. Even the sky is this... Oh no! Get out of there.
Yep.
Is this kind of putrid yellow-brown color. Because at least with the initial forest, there was all this blue bioluminescence, and that was pretty to at least look at. And then the desert, you had the reds of the red sand. Oh, you have a big one.
Yeah, I see him.
Oh, that actually does stop the balls, apparently.
Yeah, just not the rings.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Wow.
good.
Yeah, so I guess you just have to stun that guy to render him kind of meaningless. So maybe the ground ones are the same guy?
Whoa!
That was weird.
Is it...
Yeah, that's it.
That was not good.
Yeah, that was a really weird sound effect. I wonder if that made it into the recording. All right.
It sounded like an error on our microphone's end, or the way that the input was coming through.
Yeah, I don't know.
It sounded like the death.
Can you spawn already?
No.
Cripes.
Yep. It sounded very much like the death knell of your player avatar in an old Atari game. It almost sounds like a fart.
What is
There it
going
is
on
again.
with that?
Might be the music, but
Gosh, I have no idea. It's horrid, whatever it is.
I mean, it's not intentional in the music. I think it might be the way that the...
I very well could be a bug, could be who knows what.
Mm-hmm.
Could be my computer dying, could be my soundbox dying. My assumption is it's the game.
Games can have weird peaks, can't they?
Yeah, not that though. That very much sounds like
It sounds like an audio input.
yeah, something wrong
output.
with whatever sound setting there is.
Ooh, unknown. Picking up resin gives you shield what?
Against the next hit. Actually pretty good. Let's see, finisher or shrapnel. Let's go shrapnel. Let's see. Guess that's it for this area. We've got a lot of healing items that I've kind of left behind, which is good, sort of. The main issue with it is...
Where do we go from here, though? What other rooms do you have aside from the red door?
We're trying to get another key fragment so I can go into the red door.
But it needs to
Are you kidding me?
respawn.
I'm getting real sick of fighting this guy. Then again, this pistol is... beef chonk.
Watch out. He's alive.
I missed me. Oh. There's way too many, like, stairs and bits.
Oh, he has a shield around him. Watch out.
Nope. Rude.
Maybe you want to go high.
The problem is going up messes me up just as bad.
I mean, it gets you out of his way.
It's true.
And then he has to jump up to you. And then if he sends out those waves, you can either drop below them or get above them. So it's not terrible, you know?
It's true.
It's an instance of using your environment to advantage.